I'm so glad you're here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's read. Clear and concise messages for the collective. These messages may or may not resonate with everyone watching. Please use your discernment when watching tarot. All right, let's see. First card out is always the most significant. I'm seeing a liar energy here. I just saw divorce or a breakup. Clear and concise message. Benevolent ancestors. Holy Spirit, universe, and spirit guides. Thank you for the gifts. Hey, Dahlia. Peace, beautiful. All right, what's the overall energy for the collective? A commitment. Commitment. It says things are getting serious. Water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. And a victory with yes. Ladybugs could be significant here. Wow, in the split, I got let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. And at the bottom, there's that divorce again, that breakup. All right, collective, you could be telling me that you're in a serious commitment, okay? This could be a marriage or a high-level commitment. You and another person, y'all live together, you share children. But the way that this is looking, there could be a breakup or a divorce here. You know, as much as I don't want to keep reading this type of energy, this is 2025. When you add those numbers together, it come out to be a 9. 9 is symbolic for endings, conclusions. So, you know, it makes sense to have this energy repeatedly come out because we're in a 9 year. There is a lot of things closing out in people's lives. Chapters closing out. And the reason for this is not because it's any kind of punishment. It's the cycle of life. It's like with endings come new beginnings. So anyway, let's see what this is about, collective, because it just seems like this is all we ever talk about. But being in the 9 year, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of cycles are closing out. Not to mention that in Chinese astrology, it's the year of the snake. You know, if you think about what snakes do, they grow, they evolve, and they have to shed. So what's this commitment? Whoa. What was that? That card went a-flying. We got the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like whoever I'm reading for, whoever I'm picking up on, and listen, this may or may not resonate with everybody. Whoever I'm picking up on, you really want reciprocity. You really do. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You are tired of overgiving. You are tired of feeling like you're the only one that's in the relationship. You know? I see with the 6 of Wands, somebody making a good choice. And with that good choice comes peace. There comes contentment. Like somebody here, you feel like you made the right decision. And with the 5 of Cups, I feel like you're done with disappointment. You're tired of feeling like you keep getting let down, or you keep running into situations where people are just not capable of meeting certain expectations. And not to say that you had high expectations. I mean, maybe somebody here, they made a promise. They broke a promise. You know, I just feel like you're tired of putting your love, your energy, your trust in somebody's promises or somebody's potential. Does that make sense? So what's this 5 of Cups in the reverse? Why is the Five of Cups in the reverse? The Ace of Cups. It's time for you to love yourself. It's time for a new journey in love. That's what the Ace of Cups symbolizes. A new journey in love. It feels like self-love. I mean, for some of you, you could be telling me that you found new love. You're with, you started a new relationship, but something tells me first, you had to find love for yourself. You had to love yourself enough to say, I deserve more. It's almost like you putting your foot down. You're standing on business and saying, I will have reciprocity. I will have equal or equality. I will have equality in my relationships, or I won't stay. I won't settle. Does that make sense? I got the Sun, Leo energy. It's a victory. It's clarity. It's happiness, joy. And it doesn't come from anything outside of yourself. Children could be a factor. You could be doing this not only for yourself, but also for your legacy, for your children. You want your children to see what it looks like to make healthy decisions. What's this water sign energy? Now, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I could be talking to a water sign. You could be dealing with the water sign. Irregardless, it doesn't matter. I feel like this water sign energy symbolizes love. It symbolizes emotion. You could be telling me that this has been an emotional year for you. What's this water sign energy? Why is this here? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. And I keep getting this energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So as I'm clarifying this water sign energy, I feel like somebody here is saying you're detached. You're detaching yourself from anything that you once made a commitment or a promise to emotionally. But you're doing this in a way it's more healthier for you. Yeah. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here, and it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. Put it however it resonates. This Queen of Swords energy represents you are done. You're cutting out what no longer serves your highest needs. Anybody that's here to take from you or use you or make you feel like you're being used, it gotta go. It gotta go. I feel like how do I put this? You could literally be cutting the cord of your emotions and being more logical. If something just don't make sense, if something is just not feeling right, it gotta go. Give me more. Judgment in the reverse. Scorpio, Sagittarian energy. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. You're not going to sit here and go back and forth and argue about it either. I feel like you're tired of feeling stuck or feeling like things are delayed or holding yourself back in order to appease somebody else that you love or that you care about. And this could be relationship, like an intimate relationship, or this could be family, this could be friends, any relationships. You do know that we are in the North Node as a collective. The North Node is in Pisces. So what that means energetically for the collective, not only is this a 9-year, not only is this a year of endings, but I feel like with that North Node being in Pisces, we are focused on relationships. Us versus the other people in our lives. And all of that is on the table for you to reevaluate. What's the dynamics? So what's the purpose of this relationship? How are things working in this relationship? Whether, the relationship with your coworkers or I don't know, it's just something about relationships as a whole. That is, it's important. Because if anybody, like I said, is treating you unfairly, or if anybody is codependent, taking more energetically from you and not showing appreciation, if you feel like people don't understand you, appreciate you, you looking at them with the bombastic side eye. Like, why are you here? Why do I even care? Why am I engaged in this? Why do I care? Does that make sense? Mm. Anything that creates any kind of doubt, self-doubt. You know, you can have people around you who they make you doubt yourself. They gotta go. They gotta go. You gotta fall back. You gotta have boundaries. You gotta guard yourself. Something. And give me more for this Queen of Swords. What's this Queen of Swords in the reverse? I just feel like you're detached. You're detaching, or you're creating distance between you and anybody who feels codependent on your energy. Whether it's real or fake. I feel like you're cutting out fake energies in your life. You know, how to put this, but you being in this place of dimming your own light in order to appease other people. Excuse me, y'all, it's cold. I gotta cut my heater on. If you feel like you have to dim your light, or you have to shrink yourself in order to make other people around you comfortable, it's a problem. Because I feel like it has done nothing but created burdens. It's like you're taking on additional weight that you don't have to carry. It's a struggle to have to please other people. It weighs you down. This 10 wands, 10 represents the end. I feel like you've had it. I get this energy of like, I'm done. I'm so fed up. You could be telling me you're drained, you're exhausted. Because you know how exhausting it is to sit up here and carry unnecessary weight. You know what it feels like too, collective, and I have to be honest. It feels like you're being forced to let go of control. And I say that because I mean, sometimes subconsciously we don't recognize how controlling we can be in certain areas of our lives. We want certain things to be a certain way. And that's just being honest. Maybe you're recognizing that you've had too much control over how people have access to you. I don't know how to explain this, but I hope that's making sense. You've made decisions to carry things that you don't have to carry. Giving a fuck. I feel like you've made decisions to care when nobody asked you to. Like I don't know how to put this, fam. It's unnecessary. And the reality is, because life has been mirroring back to you, what you're seeing in the mirror is just like, okay, I have put way too much on myself. And it equals control, fam. I mean, I don't know no other way to put it. It feels so liberating to just drop the unnecessary weight. What's this Judgment in reverse? It's self-doubt. It's caring about what other people think about you. It's caring about, okay, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, how is such and such gonna feel? What is this Judgment in reverse? It's placed a lot of unnecessary weight on you. I got 6 of Cups, people from your past, 2 of Pentacles. See what I'm saying? It's a lot to juggle. You could be telling me that it feels very emotional, like the emotional ups and downs that you've been experiencing. It's just, to me, it's spirit's way of getting your attention. It's spirit's way of getting your attention. Because I do feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You're fed up. You're fed up. It could be exhaustion. You could feel drained. You could be telling me that you feel like you're going in the wrong direction. What's this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It doesn't matter whether you're not an earth sign. You don't have to be. And you could be a man in this energy. This is focusing too much on the superficial things. This is focusing too much on money. Superficial things. What is this? There's extreme paranoia, extreme worry, or just restlessness. Somebody here, you could be telling me that, you know, sometimes you feel depressed. Why am I hearing that song? Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. I don't know. I just heard that. What? I feel like too, you could be telling me that you still don't feel satisfied. Even with everything that you're controlling. Everything that you're, you know, you still don't feel satisfied. Now, for some of you, you could be telling me that there was a connection. This Queen of Pentacles energy could represent a connection where somebody here was so focused on the superficiality, the superficial shit. Maybe this person was very critical of you. I'm getting the Nine of Cups as it's obsessing. It's obsessing over things that don't matter or that are not bringing you your best, like bringing you your highest potential. There could be addictions or just... Give me more for the Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups. I got 99 problems and this shit ain't one. Why did I just hear that? What is this? The Page of Swords. Anxiety. Anxiety. I'm getting anxiety. Six of Swords in the reverse. Not being able to move on from it. Why do I get the impression, too, I could be talking to somebody here, you felt like you had a point to prove, or you had to prove to other people what? That you are somebody, you are successful. Again, it goes back to that kind of people-pleasing or trying. Fuck that. Who we trying to please here? Nobody. The only person that matters is you. And that could be for some of you, but... I just feel like the way that somebody is doubting themselves and the way that somebody is focusing on superficial things, it has really put somebody in a place of still not being happy, still not being satisfied, still not, you know, reaching your highest potential or seeing your dreams come true. So again, this has been an emotional journey. Because you care too much. Or you cared too much. And it's time to let go. I saw somebody put in the comments, let go and let God. Let me see. Clear and concise message. Let's get some emotions. Since it is, look at that. As soon as I split the deck, sadness. See what I'm saying? It says grief, sorrowful, heartbroken, bereaved. Yeah, and then people disappoint you. They let you down. They show you that they really don't give a crap about how you care about them. They really do, you know, there's disappointment. It's disappointment. It makes you dig even deeper into this. I'm not enough. That's what I'm saying here, fam. I don't know no other way to put this. It's not helping your own doubts. It's not helping your own inner fears. So the more you release, the more you let go, the more confident you become. It's interesting how that works. Cause now you have to rely on yourself. You can tell that you can't rely on others. Others don't care. They only out for themselves. It is very rare in life that you will find people who are really for you. It's hard, fam. And if you have people that you know without a doubt love you down, your faults, they love you no matter what. If you have that in your life, you are blessed. You really are blessed. But this trying to prove something to other people or trying to gain acceptance and approval, or I don't know how to put this, people pleasing, it shit gotta go. Yeah, I'm talking about the people in your life that really encourage you. You see how somebody's in the background cheering this person on? Like, you got it, girl. Yes, go, friend. Like that type of energy, but it's genuine and you know it's genuine. Then you are really blessed. For some of you, you don't have that, but you got that on a spiritual level. You know your ancestors support you. You know that God supports you. I'm seeing the picture. It's like the training wheels are coming off. Like, I'm talking about the type of energy and the type of people that support you. They want to see you evolve. They want to see you grow. You know, they don't want to keep you stuck. You know, the crabs in a barrel or the crabs in a bucket mentality. That shit is real. And it's so heavy energetically. Like, a lot of people don't want to see a lot of people win. I was watching, and this is for my YouTubers. Y'all know the King of Tarot, Tyler. The other day, he was talking about how somebody made a comment about his views. Let me tell you something about him. First of all, he was born on the 28th. He's going to be rich, period. The energy of his birth date signifies that man is going to be rich. But he got a lot of haters. He got people that really want to see him fail, and it's bothering him to a certain extent. You can tell. It doesn't matter. He's going to be successful. Money is always going to find that man because of that number. He was born on the 28th. The energy of that number, it just, it's inevitable. People can hate all they want to. So I just feel like you don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody's acceptance. You don't need it. And I feel like a lot of people in the collective are starting to come to the unfortunate realization of that. Hell, even I feel that way. You know, it's like you got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward, irregardless of all of that, all of the hateration. You got to continue on your journey, fam. You got to continue on your journey. And like I said, if you have people that support you, you're blessed. And if you know that you are supported by the divine and you know it, you're blessed. You're blessed, fam. What else? Yeah, look at this. Overwhelmed. By all of these different priorities, responsibilities, it's a lot. You know, I've been noticing too, a lot more people are starting to get to the point where it's like, fuck it. They want to live a minimalist lifestyle. Like, screw all of this. It's too much to try to keep up with the Joneses or just try to. It's like a never-ending battle, right? Because somewhere along the line, we told ourselves that we have to be doing certain things. We got to meet certain milestones. We got to achieve certain goals. And who said that? Who said? I feel like a lot of people are waking up to the truth about that. I am so serious. When I tell you I've been thinking about getting me an RV and just saying fuck it. You know? I don't know, something like that, fam. But I really feel like when it comes to relationships, you want peace. Peace, first and foremost. But I feel like when it comes to relationships, that is the most significant when it comes to feeling overwhelmed. Like, it be the people that you made these subconscious contracts with, the people that you said mattered. It matters to have such and such like me, love me. It matters. But then when they disappoint you, that shit hurts so bad. And it can create resentment. It can create bitterness. And it is irritating. It's very irritating. Because, like, no matter how much you try, you're never going to please everybody. I learned that a long time ago. I used to be a telemarketer. Fam, before I went into the Army. And why is that so significant? Because, you know, I learned some valuable lessons about working for the public. When you work for the public, I don't care what it is you do. You could be a bus driver. You could work in a fast food restaurant. You can work in a supermarket. You can work at the bank. You are never going to please everybody. There's always going to be somebody that don't like you. You could try to change your attitude. You could try to change your appearance. You could try to change. You're never going to please everybody. And something tells me that before resentment and bitterness sets in, I feel like majority of you are like, fuck them people. It's like, stop trying to please people. They've already set in their mind whether they like you or not. So the first time that they saw you, they already said whether or not they was going to like you or not. And it could be the smallest reason why they don't like you. It could be because you are confident. It could be because you do have a light. You do have a unique, energy about you, aura about you. You might not even know why. And yet you could be trying to appease that. And it is hard to move on from that. Because I feel like the underlying fears stem from abandonment and rejection. Nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to feel rejected. That shit hurts. But guess what? I feel like in 2025, moving into 2026, you don't care anymore. Something about that's like, you stop caring. It's not that you don't care, but you stop giving a fuck. I don't know how to put that, fam. It's not about them anymore. It's not about anything or anybody outside of you anymore. It's about you. It's time to be selfish. And if people are attacking you because you've changed, oh, the hell well. They'll be all right. I wasn't expecting this today. But I feel like somebody here is tired of crying, tired of doubting themselves, tired of feeling some kind of way. So look, move on. Move on. Again, this could be any relationships, fam. You know, I was talking to somebody recently, and the person was saying how they were trapped at a job. I'm gonna say trapped at a job. They go to work every day at a place where they know motherfuckers in there don't like them. They know that they're being passed up for their talent. There's somebody that's very talented, very gifted at what they do, but they get passed over all the time. But yet they keep going and showing up at work. And it could be for whatever reasons, but this person said that the reason was because they were getting an education. And as soon as I get this education out the way, I'm going to leave. What if I told you that that might not be in God's plan for you? Here's the thing. God will allow us to do whatever we want to do. If you say you want to keep going to this job and keep being in this toxic environment, God going to let you go ahead. Go ahead. See, this is where the control comes in. God going to be like, all right, go ahead. Do what you do. But there will be consequences. Don't complain when you get passed up on a promotion. Don't complain when, you know, there are people who are gossiping and creating hardships for you at work. Don't complain when somebody keeps changing your hours and giving more hours to somebody. Don't complain about those things, because who's making the decision to keep going to work? See, you have a goal, and it could be a great goal. You want to finish your education. That's a great. But what if the path to your goal didn't necessarily mean that you had to stay in an environment that's toxic? What if there are other ways to reach that same objective? It's something like that, fam. I feel like a lot of times we want to force things. We want to put ourselves in situations because we want it to go a certain way. And first of all, the Creator's not going to intervene in that. You know, we have free will of choice. But what if I told you that was doing it the hard way? For some of you, you could be telling me that you had an objective and you forced a situation, a relationship. You don't want to give up on a relationship, right? I know one of my fake pages is watching me. I'm watching you too, ho. I just saw it pop up. Guys, don't fall for the fake pages, okay? There's a lot of fake accounts. I only have one TikTok. Okay, so if anybody is jumping in your DMs begging for money, that's not me. But anyway, what if I told you like that relationship that you're forcing yourself to be in is only going to get more intense, more problematic, because it's not meant for you. And there are lessons that you need to learn by being in that situation. That's what's more important. Some of you guys, you could be telling me you were forced to have to leave. Certain situations forced you. I have a friend that, thank you for the gift. I have a friend that she was forced to have to quit her job. But she tried so hard to stay. And as her friend, I saw it. I saw the bigger picture. I saw the, you know, every time you turned around, she was running into challenges and obstacles. And, you know, as a friend, I couldn't say anything, because this is what my friend wanted. But eventually, it ended. It ended. And now my friend has so much clarity, so much peace. She got time on her hands to be able to focus on what's important. But when she was trying to control things, it was just, oh my gosh. It was a lot going on. It was overwhelming. Like the card said. She was overwhelmed. So I'm saying that to say this. We're learning a tough lesson in forcing things as a collective. We're learning a tough lesson in sometimes what you want is not good for you. It's not meant for you. So that's what I'm seeing in this reading. Okay, so we got move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. Sometimes we put ourselves on the wrong path and we try to force it to be the right path, and it's never going to be the right path. I got justice here, Libra energy, 5 of Wands, and the Empress. More Libra, Taurus energy. I feel like the truth will set you free. That's what I'm getting with this justice energy. That sword that she's holding is the sword of truth. Your truth. I don't know what your truth is. You don't know what my truth is, right? But there's a truth that lies within us all. And sometimes we bury our truth. Like I said, in order to appease others, in order to do things that, you know, we want to do. Control. And then we got the scales, balance. So again, I feel like the truth is setting someone free here. 5 of Wands. Yeah, that's that crab in a bucket mentality. The obstacles, the challenges. I feel like somebody here, you're moving on from all of that. It's wasting your time. Time is so precious. We got the Empress here, and it's allowing you to evolve. And I know the Empress, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is about abundance. This is an energy of abundance. This is you stepping into your highest potential. Being that creator. The person that, you know, you don't chase, you attract. You don't force, you allow things to flow. It's that feminine energy. And yes, men, in order to have a good balance, there needs to be a balance between masculine and feminine. Women, same thing. Your masculine energies are the part of you that makes things happen. You take action, you make decisions. The feminine aspect of you is the part that manifests, that plans, that creates. It has to have both. Because when you're living more out of one, you are out of balance. You are unbalanced. Yes, it's the nurturing aspect of you. Loving yourself. Allowing love to flow. You know, love it's a currency. It has to flow from us, and it has to be able to be received within us as well, right? Like water flows. And I feel like sometimes we block that. We create our own emotional dams, and we block the flow of love. And then we get all bent out of shape when we get disappointed. I don't know how to put that, but I hope that made sense. Anyway, I see somebody evolving to your higher self, your highest potential with this Empress. I see you moving on from sacrificing, from overgiving, from being too much in that masculine energy. And now you're allowing yourself to create. You're allowing yourself to manifest. You're allowing yourself to attract what is meant for you. You're not wasting your time with this crab in a bucket type mentality, or this, you know, I gotta fight, I gotta prove, I gotta show myself worthy type of energy. That's what I'm saying. So we got victory here. Yes. Ladybugs symbolize rebirth. It says luck is on your side. Give me more for this. What's this ladybug energy? What's this? Yes. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. That was the Star. The Star just hit the floor. Aquarius energy. This is getting in alignment. This is you releasing, letting go. See how she's pouring out? Letting go of what no longer serves. You know, the Knight of Swords in the reverse represents being impulsive, being too quick to react or too quick to, you know, move forward in something and not really taking the time to think about the end result. You know, yeah, being too impulsive, doing things for the moment. I feel like somebody here, you're letting that go. You're letting that ideology go. Now, I feel like you're putting yourself more in alignment with the things that you attract. Even the star represents attractiveness. Again, it just feels like I'm not chasing, I'm attracting. Does that make sense? The Hangman is here in the reverse because your time. You're tired of wasting your time. Pisces energy. You're tired of sacrificing. Because the hangman should be in the upright. It should be, you know, seeing things objectively and seeing things and gaining new perspectives. But it's just like, when you're not able to see other perspectives, or when you're not able to see things for what they really are, I feel like you sacrifice. You waste a lot of your time. So I just get the impression that somebody here, you're letting go of the need to overgive or the need to prove yourself. You're letting go of anything that has caused you to dim your light, caused you not to reach your highest potential. And you're getting in alignment with your purpose. I don't know no other way to put it. Again, it boils down to this abandonment and rejection. Nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to feel like they're not good enough, but good enough for who? Good enough for who? For some of you, this has a lot to do with your relationships. You've seen a cycle or a pattern of relationships with people who are emotionally unavailable or who don't want to commit, who don't share the same values that you do. They make you feel like you're an option, or they make you feel like there's something better. So they don't want to commit to you just in case something better comes along. But I'm just talking about relationships overall. You versus everybody. You know? Some people, they struggle with comparison. Sometimes you look at other people and you compare yourself to them, and that's never good. That's never healthy. You are unique for a reason. You're unique for a reason. So I see a lot of breakups. I see a lot of just separating yourself from the things that disappoint you the most, that break your heart the most. What's this? Divorce. Yeah, that breaks your heart the most. Fam, listen, I can't make this up. You've been heartbroken. You've been rejected. But wasn't this the same relationship that you tried so hard to compromise in? You tried so hard to prove yourself in. For some of you, you know, somebody here, they did deal with another person. There were third parties that intervened. Yep, rejection is God's protection. Two of Cups. A lot of you, these relationships have been nothing but a karmic loop. Same shit, different people. But the karma of it, the lessons that we rejected acknowledging. Sagittarian energy is here. Somebody here, you're breaking up with the loop. You're breaking up with the karmic cycles. You're done. You're fed up. Something's got to change, and the only thing that can change is you. You can't change other people, and I feel like this is a time of acceptance. Give me more for that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You're tired of being made to feel like you're not good enough. Listen, this is shadow work. The moon, Pisces, Cancerian energy. Whatever's going on here, you know, we just had that bright full moon, that beaver full moon, super full moon in Taurus. What are you settling for? Because when I think of Taurus, I think of a settled energy. Not saying that Tauruses are, but aren't Tauruses known to be pretty unmovable? You know, a lot of times people say Tauruses are stubborn. It's a deeper reason for that, but I feel like the moon, when it's in its fullest, it illuminates. It illuminates. It shines a light on things that are hidden. You see that lobster? Lobsters live at the bottom of the ocean or the sea. Why is this lobster coming up to the surface? Because something that we've repressed or something that we buried emotionally, it's time to face it. And I feel like that's what that full moon has done for a lot of people. Yeah, it's illuminating rejection. The things that have rejected us in life, especially love. But anyway, I feel like, again, there's something about you, just shadow work. It's having to face your inner fears. Yeah, because I feel like you, and here's the honest truth, fam. A lot of you are still not happy. I mean, you can smile all day. You can post pictures and post them on social media about your relationships and your connections all day. I mean, hell, when we hear stories of people suiciding, then we just have a football player. I'm pretty sure the people that comment about that, the commonality is we never saw it. I never would have thought. I never would have. Because a lot of people put on facades, fam. A lot of people mask their pain. I feel like that's what's unfortunately the norm. There's something to be said about this dissatisfaction emotionally. It's come up to the surface for a reason. So a lot of people are having to face these inevitable, well, I ain't gonna say inevitable, but these emotional fears that they've tried to repress. You ever try to push something down in the water? You ever try to push something down in the water and it just keep popping back up? It's sort of like that. I don't know no other way to put it. But we can't keep running away from, or we can't keep repressing certain feelings. And I feel like this has a lot to do with rejection. I feel like somebody here, you fed up. You tired of that shit. Now, Spirit is saying, do what's best. Do what makes you happy, but don't close off your heart. Don't close off the flow of love. Love needs to flow. I feel like I'm being led to tell somebody to keep your heart open. But you definitely have to evaluate your relationships, the dynamics of your relationships. What's at the core root of that, right? Because somebody here, you're tired of being let down. You're tired of somebody breaking your heart or disappointing you. But why should you give a fuck? I feel like there were signs well before you got fed up, you know? Clear and concise message. Let's pull a Moonology card since we did just have that. You have so much to offer. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You have so much to offer. So much to offer. So much more. It feels like that full moon was illuminating where you have settled emotionally. Where in your life have you settled and said, nope, I'm gonna stay right here. This is good enough. I don't need anything better. I don't feel like I deserve anything better. Something like that, fam. Clear and concise message. Let's get a Moonology card. What does the collective need to know? Thank you, Dahlia. Yep. Oh my goodness. Collective. We gotta accept responsibility. Wow. Ouch. Whew. Oh my goodness. What does that say? The moon's reflection. Didn't I just say the moon was illuminating something? Listen, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Wow. Of all the cards that could have came out, that full moon in Taurus, that was powerful. Is this? No, that ain't the right book. That was powerful, fam. I was not expecting to have such a deep reading, fam. Okay, the moon's reflection. As you move along the spiritual path, it becomes more and more important to accept responsibility for your own actions. The situation you find yourself in now is a reflection of either your current beliefs or your past behaviors. This card isn't meant to make you feel discouraged or guilty. Rather, it's meant to encourage you to ask, why did I create this situation? Fam, I cannot make this up. What about this situation is helping me? Once you find the courage, and that's so crazy because the card at the bottom of the deck says courage. Once you find this courage to answer these questions, you'll start to see that you have more power than you ever knew. We're all creating our lives 24/7. And while you may not like the idea that everything happens for a reason, it really is possible to find a reason for nearly everything that happens. Try to see your current dilemma with this perspective. It'll show you why it's happening for you. If someone is bothering you now, realize that realize what they are mirroring for you. Realize that your inner life is reflected in your outer life, and you're on the way to self-mastery. It's so interesting because I coined 2024 as the year of self-mastery. 2025 is the year of closure. It's the year of closing it out, fam. What's this courage? It says blood moon. What is this? Interesting. Ooh, one of the key words is do shadow work. Do some shadow work. It says a change is coming. Don't cling on to the past. A portal of opportunity is opening. Don't we got the 1111 portal? I need to look more into that. We got a full moon that's illuminating where we have settled. And then we got a portal right after that. Ain't God good? We got an opportunity to enter a new cycle in our lives. Coming up. Leave the past behind now for your own good. And here's the thing. In February of 2026, we'll be entering, and they say Chinese astrology is more powerful than Western astrology. But 2026 will be the year of the fire horse. And, you know, when I think about horses, I think about what they need. They need space. They need the opportunity to be able to roam free. And then this is a fire horse. So there's something about passion, being passionate. I don't know, fam, something tells me that we are at a place right now where liberation and freedom is it's the theme right now. It's like, what are you needing to release yourself from? So that by the time 2026 is in full effect, you can move forward, you can expand. I think about horses need expansion. There's something about travel. Like, there's so much potential coming with that energy that why would you want to be stuck in karmic loops and cycles? Why would you want to keep repeating lessons that you've already mastered? Does that make sense? So it says, this card brings you courage. You're halfway through your current battle and you have more life. Excuse me. I said life, but it says you have more left in reserves than you think. Be courageous. Humans often struggle with change, but sometimes change is absolutely called for. This may be one of those times. The more you refuse to budge on a situation now, the more painful the outcome may be. Let me repeat that for the ones in the back didn't hear that. The more you refuse to budge on a situation now, the more painful the outcome may be. Sometimes the brave thing to do is to compromise, keep going, and do what it takes, even if you're scared. As long as no one is being harmed, push through and do what you need to do. You're at the end of one cycle and the start of a new one. What you don't willingly release now, if you know it has to go, could be ripped from you. So release your grip on a situation. Control. Control, fam. The idea of the blood is often a frightening image. However, blood is also a giver of life. Without it, we won't last long. Your situation is as it should be. Breathe and then keep going. Wow. Fam, I don't know no other way to put this message, but I hope this is making sense, because it's the synchronicities and how everything was coming out. Like, interesting. All right, fam. So that's pretty much the core essence of the reading. You know I got to do me a Hip Hop Queen's Oracle message. So let's do it. What is the Hip Hop Queen Oracle message? Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button if this message is resonating. Let's see. Thank you guys so much for double tapping the screen. Thank you for your gifts. Clear and concise message. Again, please be aware of the fake accounts. I never reach out to anyone for any reason. So if anybody's reaching out to you, fam, that's not me. Okay, Kalani. Kalani is here, and it says superstition. Interesting. What is Kalani here to tell us? Bottom of the deck, I got Mia X. Mia X, and it says strength. What is the message that Kalani is bringing forth? Let's see. Superstition. You'll be hard-pressed to find a career trajectory as interesting as Kalani's. Starting in a teen band, aptly called Pop Life, the Bay Area native left the group and released a collection of mixtapes showcasing symphonic harmonies with the hip-hop slant, a skill flaunted by a select few. As her star ascended, Kalani confronted all the pitfalls of fame, often publicly. Those visible trails gave her room to be more open as an artist, speaking on infidelity, depression, emotional abuse, and even identifying as a queer recording artist and mother. There are layers to Kalani's story, yet she remains an open book. Sometimes you don't know how hot the stove is until you touch it. But you don't have to spend your life showing off a bunch of burn marks. The Kalani card is a sign. Do pass go. Whether in love, friendship, career, whatever, your gut instincts signal you for a reason. Resist the extreme being so overly cautious that you're paralyzed, unable to make a move. Be thoughtful in your actions. And if something doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't. Wow. You've been listening to her. Wow. Kalani. This is about caution. This is about trusting your gut. This is about facing your fears. Wow. What about Mia X? I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Mia X was here at the bottom of the deck, and her card says strength. It says strength. It says, when life gives you lemons, cut them up, add some sugar, and make a lemon meringue pie. Forget lemonade. Take it to the next level. Mia X exemplifies never giving up, and pulling her card is a message to follow suit. You never know the limits of your own strength until you test them. You'll be surprised with what you come up with. Blast past those boundaries like you're the one driving the tank. This ain't a battle, this is war. Interesting. So fam, I did my best to try to bring this message forth. Okay, I did this with a slight headache. Y'all hit that like button, please, and thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. But yeah, if this message is resonating, boo, you ain't tripping. You doing the necessary things to free yourself, to liberate yourself, you know, and to invoke the strength within you. So I hope I was able to bring clarity. I want you guys to be safe. Enjoy your, I'm not done with TikTok. So if you guys are wanting to do any paid readings, I'm still going to be here on TikTok. But anyway, enjoy your weekend. Y'all be safe. I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, Kesey. Thank you, Dahlia, for being moderators. I appreciate y'all as always. All right.